gets us to the end of that 50. 137 for 3-5 remain. Ireland, given that they lost the toss, Alan, being asked to have a bat first under gloomy skies, some rain about, they'll be pretty pleased with their position. We're going to see Amir return into the attack from the City end. 5 to go. Slower ball is going to work. The Oracle just stuck in the wicket, completely deceived Curtis Camper. And having come to Ireland a little late, that will make his journeying trip all the more worthwhile. It's a first breakthrough for Mohammad Amir today from Pakistan of a fourth.
Yeah, it seemed an extraordinary shot, really, what Curtis Camper, I think he was hand ramped that and got caught in two minds. It was obviously Amir's first delivery of the over, but he's done a good job, Curtis Camper, 22 off 13. And in the context of how Ireland are playing, see it here, kind of half went at it, really, and Amir gladly. You can only describe Andrew Leonard as a dummy. Yes, indeed, a dummy. Brings about the fourth wicket, and it will bring George Dockrell to the crease, very much Ireland's finisher these days.
An impactful innings he played. You may have been mid-air on the way back, but it was a special knock. It was a very impactful one alongside those cameos from Gareth Delaney, who's shown good form with the bat in recent times. And Curtis Camper, indeed, was the Iceman at the death. This is exactly almost the prototype situation that George Dockrell trains for. And this ground is going to suit his game down to the ground because he's so strong straight. That's always where he'll try and score. He starts in sparkling fashion. Oh, what a stroke. Ireland continue to attack. 4 more.
Great stroke from Dockrell, and Dockrell has this habit, you can see this on the replay, he gives himself that little bit of room outside leg stump, he opens up that offside, and as you say, Andrew, he is so strong through.
हुए और आयरलैंड की टीम अपना मोमेंटम बिल्कुल भी टूटने नहीं दे रही। भले ही उनकी विकेटें गिर रही हैं, लेकिन उनके बल्लेबाज शॉट्स को लगाना बिल्कुल भी नहीं छोड़ रहे। लगातार तेज क्रिकेट खेलते हुए 9.25 का करंट रन रेट चलते हुए टीम आयरलैंड का। मोहम्मद आमिर एक बार फिर से आए गेंद, क्या इस गेंद को रूम बनाते हुए जोरदार तरीके से खेल दिया मिड ऑफ के एरिया में। 1 रन का होते हुए इजाफा, सिंगल के इजाफे के साथ 140 पे 4, 15 ओवर्स और 5 गेंदों का खेल अब हो चुका है पूरा। याद रहे कि अभी भी स्पिन बॉलर का 1 और ओवर होना बाकी है और स्पिन बॉलर ने अब तक जो बॉलिंग की हुई है वो लाजवाब बॉलिंग की हुई है। इमाद वसीम ने 3 ओवर्स में
As cricket bowls, won't bowl for his country.
Yeah, the topic of Ireland's part-time bowlers is an interesting one, isn't it? David Townsend, the great journalist who follows Ireland's fortunes, asked that not once but twice of Paul Sturley in the press conference. I think he was trying to impress his point pre-series, and Sturlow absolutely is still on the table. Although it does seem like I bowl for other sides more than I do for Ireland, and David countered that by saying, well, that is under your control now, skipper. But Nassim Shah's going to be to bowl the 17th. Flicked into the air, protection out there. A fumble is going to cost a run. No, it won't, because Dockrell didn't quite pick it up quickly enough. Massive win for Ireland the other day. Does it mean anything without becoming a series win, though?
Well, like ultimately, you want to win cricket matches. The fact that, Ireland are in such a good position here, you've got to wonder, at what point, what score are Pakistan going to really feel the heat? Because realistically here, that Ireland should be looking at 180, 190, possibly 200, with the position they're in. And certainly very interesting two things. One is obviously the total. Tucker back in some runs, which is, again, another very important thing for both him and Ireland.
It will be 50. It's a comeback innings from Ireland's number 3 in this format. He's back shy of runs, but he'll get to that landmark of 32 deliveries. Ireland have stuck with their players. They've backed them to the hilt. 7 boundaries in what's been a very fine knock, and a huge sigh of relief for a man who's been out of form, but he's played brilliantly today.
He has, and we all know the striking ability of Lorcan Tucker. And again, the early part of a career, I think a lot of it was around nerves and all that type of thing, and then he settled into position at 7, and then they suddenly decided, look, we'll get him up to 3 with immediate success. Oh my goodness me, what a shot that is. And again, it's a hallmark, Andrew Leonard, of what you've spoken about, this ability of Dockrell to just potentially take the game away from you. And this is a shot that he's just developed in the last short period of time.
Yeah, great skills. He's read that it was the Yorker, given himself that room, and look at the hands. Gets them through the ball, but manipulates it to the part of the field where there is no fielder. And even Ryan Eagleson and the new spin bowling coach Chris Brown there, they almost looked at you and said, wow, look at that. Exceptional from Dockrell. Protection out there this time, so it'll just be a single. Dockrell had a
Pakistan, don't they really?
And at the tender age of just 23, remarkable to think the talent that Pakistan continue to produce.
Well, as you can see there, here's the bowling card. And Afridi up top really struggled. Didn't get any form of consistency at all. And you can have a look at those averages. Really, it's that little bit of pace off. Imad Wasim, again, that quality left-arm spin. Ayub, admittedly only one over, but again, it's been carnage from Ireland.
He's surprised that Babrazam didn't one or two more overs of spinning, given that Ireland didn't really profit against it.
I think that it is a mistake, and it's clearly Ayub was very much part-time, probably got away with it.
Afridi carted into the leg side. Well, think of a second, but a clean piece of fielding initially does enough.
I don't know about you, Andrew, but it's got very dark.
Yeah, Flacker's a man out there with the fielding. It has got gloomy, and you have to remember we originally intended for a 3:05 start today. That was delayed initially by 25 minutes and then by another 10. Credit to the umpiring team, keep us at a full T20I. We don't like a 15, 16, 17 over game. So we're going to get a full game in, and with the summer approaching and June only around the corner, Alan, we get lovely long summer evenings here in Ireland, so we should be fine, but it has just got a bit gloomy. Hopefully that cloud cover will just dissipate. Good skills. Again, it's the changes of pace more than their coaching team would have liked.
Yeah, well, they've just introduced that, those cutters. You saw Bass out of the back of the hand, slower balls. But really, the ones that are most effective, Andrew, are those cutters.
And critically for the bowlers, so in Shaheen Shah Afridi's case here, he wants to bowl the off cutter because it takes it away from the natural hitting arc of the right-handed market there. Follows it up. Oh, it's a brilliant tailing leg stump Yorker. Bowled him, bowled him, bowled him. That is brilliant.
Well, it's trademark Afridi, honing in on that leg stump. Normally with that little bit of in-swing, which he hasn't been able to get today, but he got it right in the right area there. And I think it might have just even come off the pad of Adair onto the leg stump. But a beautiful piece of bowling from him. Ireland 165 for 7.
Probably won't be able to tell from that angle, but it felt to me as if anything it just tailed very late, not back into Adair, but if anything a brilliant skillful line here because it's right into the feet. Might get a look here if it's clipped anything. No, it hasn't. Great skills. The away shape, world class from Shaheen Shah Afridi, his third wicket of the day.
And it brings Graham Hume to the wicket. Replacement, of course, for Barry McCarthy. Slight back spasm. And won't be easy in this light for Graham Hume, it has to be said.
Again, this time it's that what would be away swing to the right-hander, but in swing to the left-hander. Hume does enough to get off the mark. These sense, to me, they feel a very critical 9 deliveries. Ireland need to finish with a flourish. Anything shy of 180, given the platform and the dominance they've had in this first innings, will be a disappointment.
Yeah, it's amazing the flows and swings of a T20 game. And again, you could probably only think an over ago, Andrew, Ireland ascendancy. Adair came to the wicket, 3-4s, boom. Lorcan and Tucker going right after the fall of another wicket.
Delaney chips this, really no more than that, but he might well have chipped it with good reward. He's going to get 4. He'll say that's a controlled stroke, a touch unorthodox potentially, but very